The fanciest Starbucks to ever exist. Look, I wrote a song.
We're gonna get some coffee and we're gonna go to Starbucks, but not just any Starbucks. The Starbucks Reserve Roastery here in New York City.
Be the only person on earth that didn't know the Starbucks cup was like a mermaid until last year. I really don't think I knew what it was. I thought it was a lady.
Pour over.
Pour over. Fancy pour over coffee. I don't drink coffee, so like I like how I'm acting like I'm like an expert here. Mexico. I feel like Mexico would make good coffee. Ooh. Ooh. It's way stronger than the New York one.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Let me know if you guys have any questions.
We will.
Order from lightest to darkest.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna see if I can spell the difference between the two. So. Oh, wow. That's really fruity.
Oh, yes, that one's a whiskey barrel.
Yeah.
Someone's actually walking around with samples of it if you guys catch him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you guys can taste
it. The whiskey one is super like fruity compared to this one. Here's the darkest, the Costa Rica. Oh yeah, this smells more like coffee. This Starbucks is gonna bankrupt people, man. Like, I mean, they have like 8 tables of merch. Like, would you like a Starbucks candle?
Brass snow globe.
We couldn't figure out what this was. Like, it just had this, like, roastery logo, but it's a snow globe.
Yeah, because why not?
Why not? I always think these ones are, like, super classy. Like, it's like the... I feel like it's like a Japanese tea kind of vibe. I am definitely not smart enough to use this thing. This is like a science experiment beaker. Like, is this like another version of the pour over? Like, it has like an infection stove, like I bring camping in.
The dining selection here is quite elevated. It's not quite your classic egg white bites and those little just pastry things. The cake pops. No, they have like full sandwiches, full pastries, full like really good looking stuff too. It's quite impressive. I mean, over here you've got a whole bakery baking breads and foods. So if you're looking for lunch, actually a good place to stop.
As we were pointing out the bread, they're like shaking some up here. I think they're going to teach a class on how to make espresso martinis.
You push it towards browning, giving it that appearance, and then you break it open, giving it its shape.
Now we are pastry connoisseurs to the point where we didn't get pastries here this morning because we were like, they're not gonna be that good, it's Starbucks. And then we come and they look incredible. They look really good. Like, we have high standards when it comes to croissants.
This might match it.
I think these are technically, what are they, cornettos, like the Italian croissant, but they look really good. Like, this is not the cake pop.
Next time.
No offense, cake pop. This is no cake pop. We were not the only ones with the idea to come here today. It is packed, so we're gonna see if we can find a table and get something to drink. I'm really excited because they have everything in the real mugs, so this should be like a way more elevated experience of Les Starbucks. Okay, I found a table. We're downstairs, so it's a multi-story Starbucks. But I haven't found Andrew. He is looking for a table, I think, upstairs, so I texted him, so we'll see if he sees my text, but I found a table, so we'll see. They also have a bar to order here downstairs, so hopefully he's not gonna order and try to carry down, because I feel like that'd be a recipe for disaster with our camera equipment. All right, I'm gonna go order now. Andrew has given me full permission to order whatever I want for him. So I don't drink coffee, so I am gonna get a non-coffee drink, but Andrew has given me full range to order him whatever I want. So Andrew, be prepared.
This is by far the fanciest and chicest coffee shop I've ever been in my life. It's cavernous, but it's definitely the fanciest. Katie, as a kind of Seattleite growing up in that area.
I'm a Pacific Northwestiite. Western?
What's better, this or Pike Place Market?
I mean, this is cool. This is easily cool. The Pike Place Market is cool. Like, it has the history. Oh, is it ready? Scratch that.
It gets served on a tray with the fancy mugs.
Real mugs. They're the black ones too. So I guess like the normal Starbucks has brought back mugs, but they're white. These are like fancy black mugs.
What do we get?
I have gotten the classic hot chocolate with whipped cream as the non-coffee drinker of the relationship. Andrew doesn't know what he got, but I wrote it down. Okay,
Coffee.
Andrew, you have a latte made
Amazing.
with the New York blend beans, which are the ones that we saw being brewed upstairs.
Yep.
And I added Fior de Late sweet cream foam on top.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. I don't know if this tastes better because it's like made different here, this hot chocolate, or if it's just because it's in a fancy mug.
This is among the smoothest coffees I've ever had.
Probably the Fior de Late.
I know. It's delicious though.
Okay, over at the bar, we're sitting like kind of adjacent to a bar. They have like a science experiment. Look at that.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
What is going on? What is this?
I have no clue. Tea?
Like, it is a legit science experiment happening behind us.
Gotta go find out. Give me a second.
Andrew's gonna go find out. You guys get me drinking coffee.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Okay.
The verdict. What's going on at the science experiment while I saved our table?
It's like an old school chemist way of making coffee. It's similar to a mocha pot where you have like water and pressure, but basically you have the coffee up top and you brew the water, you boil the water from down, the heat makes it rise, and then you turn the heat off and then it siphons back down and filters and becomes coffee. So
That's so crazy.
way too fancy way of making
this
coffee.
is way too fancy. Pizza. How fancy. They just kind of slide the pastries down. The pizza. Like Starbucks pizza.
The craziest thing is the full-on bar upstairs. And of course they emphasize the espresso martini, and people go for it. I'm not ready to drop 20 bucks to go get an espresso martini right now, but I know there's several people there that are.
We'd like to mention too that it's like 1 p.m.
Yeah, it's classy though. Definitely a classy bar. Well, that is easily the bougiest Starbucks and coffee shop we've ever been in, ever.
But it's easily the coolest. I mean, I think it was worth it. It was 3 stories. It had multiple coffee bars. It had science experiments. It had like a roasting like area. It had like a bakery. They were making espresso martinis like in a class. Like
everyone's coming up
immersive.
and everyone's coming up and teaching you. Oh, let me show you what we're doing here.
Yeah.
If you want an experience, that's it.
Yeah, and I guess a lot of their drinks and their beans and stuff are exclusive to this location, so you can only get them there. So I think I mean, the price definitely reflected it.
Yeah, so it's a little more expensive than a regular Starbucks.
I would say like this is like definitely like a once in a while treat, but it's cool. Like it came in the real mugs. They taught us a lot, and I think it was like fun. So like if you want to come to like New York and just go for like a single experience treat, like it's like a museum. I think that's like where the cost comes in, is like you get that.
It's the M&M world, but
yeah,
coffee.
Yeah. It's like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, but coffee. Andrew's caffeinated up. I am chocolated up. So we are going to go head home and relax a little bit, because that was a lot. That was a crazy experience, but a lot of fun.
Starbucks Roastery Reserve in Chelsea in New York City. Recommend.
Till next time, everybody, like and subscribe.
Cheers.
Cheers.